Good morning, students. Welcome to the English class. Students, in India, we celebrate different types of festivals, right? Like Holi, Diwali, Eid, Christmas, isn't it? Another important festival that we celebrate, that is celebrated in all over India, is Dussehra. And today we are going to discuss English Reader chapter number 7, Dussehra and Durga Puja. In this lesson, a grandma has written a letter to her granddaughter and grandson, Mini and Shivi, and in her letter she has described about the celebration of Durga Puja in different parts of India. So this lesson is in the form of a letter. So at first, if you see in the book, it is started with the address of Mini and Shivi. That is D116 Sector 41, Noida 201-303, October 9. So this is the address of Mini and Shivi. Dear Mini and Shivi, how are you? Your school must have closed for the autumn break. It is during this time that Dussehra is celebrated in Hindu households all over India. So grandma is asking Mini and Shivi, how are you? And she has written that your school must be closed due to Dussehra festival. And as this Dussehra festival is celebrated in most of the Hindu houses. Dussehra is a 10 days festival that is celebrated all over India in different ways. It coincides with the festival of Durga Puja. 9 nights are spent in the worship of Devi or the goddess Durga. So Dussehra is a 10 days festival and it is celebrated all over India. And with this Dussehra festival, we also worship goddess Durga. The festival starts on the first night of the Hindu month of Ashwin, September-October. Preparation for the festival starts months in advance. Images or idols of goddess Durga are adorned with the finest jewelry and clothes. So this festival starts in the Hindu month Ashwin and English is September or October. And the preparation for this festival starts few months before, okay, in advance. And the images or idols of goddess Durga are adorned. Adorned means decorated. It is decorated with finest jewelry and clothes. Now see the next page. On the first day of Durga Puja, a few seeds of millet are usually planted and watered so that the millet sprouts up into long shapes by the 10th day and is ready for Dussehra. So, on the first day of Durga Puja, what people do? People take a few seeds of millets and they plant these seeds, okay? So that by the 10th day, this millet sprouts and the seeds means leaves, okay? So they get the leaves by the 10th day and it is ready for Dussehra, okay? People wear new clothes and exchange gifts on the occasion. After 9 nights of worship, the images of Durga are taken out in a procession and immersed in a river, tank or sea. So all the 9th day we are worshipping goddess Durga. And after 9 days, on the 10th day, people take the procession and take this idols of Durga, images of Durga. They are taking these idols of Durga to the river or any tank or sea, and they are putting that idol or image of Durga into the water. The 10th day of Dussehra is the day when Hindus believe that Durga killed the terrible demon Mahishasur. So all the Hindu people believes that on the 10th day Durga killed the demon. Demon means the devil, Mahishasur. It is also on this day that Rama, the prince of Ayodhya, killed Ravana, the demon king of Lanka. It is believed that Rama prayed to goddess Durga for 9 days and on the 10th day he entered the battlefield. On this day he killed Ravana, the 10-headed king, after a fierce battle. So Hindus also believe that the Rama, the prince of Ayodhya, killed the 10-headed demon, 10-headed devil, King Ravana. He was the king of Lanka. and it is believed that Rama worshipped goddess Durga for the all 9 days, and on the 10th day he entered into the battlefield. Battlefield means the field where the war or the battle was fought. So he entered on the battlefield on the 10th day and he killed 10-headed demon Ravana. To commemorate Rama's victory over Ravana, which symbolizes the victory of good over evil, huge effigies of Ravana, his brother Kumbhakarna and his son Meghnad are erected. So, to commemorate means to remember that day or to celebrate Rama's victory over Ravana. And it also symbolizes means it also represents the victory of good over evil. That good things always get the victory. Okay. So to remember that day, to remember the Rama's victory over Ravana, what people do nowadays, now what we do, we make the huge figures. Effigies means huge figures. Okay, huge figures. For burning we make, and one effigies of Ravana, one of his brother Kumbhakarna, and one of his son, Ravana's son Meghnada. We made these effigies and we put fireworks on it. Okay, crackers, we put crackers on these effigies, and after the sunset, at about sunset, lighted arrows are shot at the effigies and they are burnt. Fairs are held at different places. Ram Leelas, plays relating to the life of Rama, are performed on stage for 9 days. So, what we in the evening time, the lighted arrow was shot into these huge figures and they are burnt. So, these effigies are burnt. And in different places, we have the fairs also. Ram Leelas are performed in different places for the all 9 days. So in different places of India, we celebrate Dussehra in different ways. On the day of Dussehra, all weapons, tools, instruments, pens and pencils are worshipped, as these are considered the means of fighting injustice, ignorance and evil. Vehicles like cars and trucks are also worshipped. So in many places, weapons like guns and weapons, tools, instruments, pens, vehicles, cars, these all are worshipped. Because people consider that for fighting, these weapons can be used for fighting injustice, ignorance and evil. With these weapons, we can fight with the injustice and with the bad things. Dussehra is celebrated differently in different parts of the country. Mysore is the state of Karnataka in south, is specially known for its Dussehra celebration. A huge procession is taken out from the palace of the former Maharaja of Mysore. The Maharaja himself leads the procession. So students, I already told you that Dussehra is celebrated all over India in different way. In Mysore, that is in the state of Karnataka, it is very much known for Dussehra celebrations because the king, the Maharaja of Mysore, used to from the palace of Maharaja of Mysore, a huge procession is taking out. Procession means rally. Okay, a huge procession is taking out, and Maharaja also joined this procession. He used to lead the procession. In Gujarat, a state in West India, Dussehra is celebrated as Navratri. It is an occasion of fasting, wearing new clothes, and dancing a traditional folk dance called Garba. So, in Gujarat also, Dussehra is celebrated as Navratri. People used to do fasting, and people used to wear new clothes. They used to dance a traditional folk dance that is called Garba. I hope you enjoyed learning about these two major Indian festivals. Lots of love, Grandma. So, is it clear, students? Have you enjoyed this lesson? So we now after next month only October is coming, and we are going to celebrate Dussehra in Jaipur also, isn't it? So Have you understood, students? Thank you.